Well, good morning. If you've watched any of my other videos of me reviewing dash cams, you know that so far I've got one in my Copart Fusion, I got one in my truck, and I have one in my daughter's car. So my wife was feeling a little bit left out. So today I'm gonna open, review, and install this into her car. So if you're interested in that, stick around. So I purchased this from Amazon, and here we go. So as you can see, it's packaged very nicely. It came in a larger box from Amazon, of course, from their fulfillment, and so I don't have any reason to believe that it was damaged at all, but there is the actual camera itself, nicely wrapped, and it says ooh, look at that, it's got 3M sticky tape. It's got a cover on this side for the camera, and I haven't read the instructions yet. It has all the buttons on the bottom for use, and on the top here, it has a USB port or a FireWire. No, I don't know what that is. I can't read it, it's small. And then the plug for the for the electricity. So, there you go. And it's MHCABSR, MHCABSR. And it's made in China, but so is a lot of other stuff. So there's that. And then I'll continue to unbox. As you can see, they packaged it very well. Open it up, and in here is the rear camera. I think I'm gonna have to read the instructions before I install this. So yeah, there's another camera. So this is a dual camera setup, which I find interesting. And then we have the power cord. So I'll bring you over here so you can get a close up of that. And then the last thing in here is the instructions. So I'm gonna read those before we go on any further with the installation. So let me pause, get you over here. You can look up close at what we have from the package. And all right, so up close here is the camera. I'm assuming that is the screen, and that is what you're viewing out of since you're sticking it to the window. And then your power cord, and this is the rear view, I'm going to assume. So I need to read some instructions, see how many feet of line I have, and we'll go from there. So there you go. And it's got a front and rear camera, sort of like the one in the truck, but this one I think has to be installed on the exterior, is what I think. Unless I can figure out some way to set it in the back and use like double-sided tape or something. So I might be looking into that. But anyways, we're gonna install it and see how it works. But MHCAB5R. So I would guess you guessed that it came from China, but let's see how it works out. So, and here in Louisiana today, it's about 90 degrees with about 153% humidity. So if I show any pictures of myself, you will see that, yeah, this was inside the house. Look at that. Just from coming outside from the temperature in the house. So, it's a fun day to be working outside, but, we'll try and get her done. So I think before I install the front camera, I'm gonna try and take a peek at where to install my rear camera. So let me pull it out of the box, see if they got some two-sided tape in there, and then we'll go from there. I found a cool feature. It actually comes apart like a foot from the camera. So you can pull it apart, and that way if you're using a snake or something to pull the wire through, you can do it without having the camera on there. That's pretty cool. All right, I went and got one of my trim tools. I'm gonna try and use that to get my cable for the rear light to come around in here. And then, I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure something out.
we'll see what we can do. So anyways, I use the trim tool to pull the trim away, and then I can stuff the stuff up in there. And then once you get it going, you can just use your finger to get it up in the seal. And then I'm going to go behind the B pillar cover right up in here, and down on this end I will go along the seal till I get to the A pillar trim. Then I'll pull the A pillar trim away a little bit and stuff it down into there. And then we'll go up and around and under the headliner. And hopefully I have enough. I might have cut myself a little short, but that's why we're doing this first, so I can arrange where I want the camera. So I'm gonna put you down. I'm gonna finish running this, and then I'll show you the route exactly when I get done. All right, so I've got it up underneath the headliner, and then behind the A pillar. Now I'm gonna run it along the seal right here. And as you can see, you don't need the trim piece, but it helps to get it going. And then once you get it going, you can just use your finger. So that's what I'm gonna do, but it helps. So I'll link these too, but anyways, here we go. These are worth their $8 or whatever. So all right, I'm back to here. And again, you can use your trim tool to shove it down underneath that. And then you can get back up under this seal right here, and we'll go back to the C pillar. So that's the next step. So yeah, it's right there. Using my trim tool, I can just push it right along. So that's what we're gonna do. There you go. See how once you get it started, it's easy. All right, so I've got it all along the back door, and now I'm in the C pillar here. And I'm just feeding that along here, along this crack, for what it's worth. There you go. So that's where I'm at right now. Now I gotta decide where I'm gonna route it to. All right, before I finalize the location of the rear camera, I'm gonna install the front, plug it all in, and then I'm gonna test the camera so I make sure I know which way is right side up or right side down. So that's the next thing here. All right, I have it run from here, above the headliner, over to here, through the trim, through the B pillar, through the C pillar, and back to there. Now, before I finalize the location of the camera, which can be both up and down, I think this should be the way it should be correctly installed, with this up to the top, but I don't know. So I'm going to install my camera, the front camera, in here, and then we'll go from there. All right, just to look at the buttons before I put it up there. The one on the far right is the on off. The other two, the next two, are to scroll through the different menus, and then the M on the end there is, I'm gonna assume, menu. I'll look it up, but and then it gets SD card. It says grade 10, no larger than 32 gig. So I put a 32 gig one in here. It's got some 3M two-sided tape, so hopefully that holds. And then the camera that's adjustable on the front, up and down. So there we go. That's what the camera looks like. So I'm gonna install this, and yeah, if you can hear it, the car is running. I was not kidding. It's like 90 degrees out and about 105% humidity. So you can probably see my sweaty head on the camera here. So anyways, that's what we got. All right, it comes with a power cord. I'm gonna plug that in, and before I even mount the camera, I'm gonna plug it in and see how it all shakes out. So maybe I can set the date and all that before I install this permanently. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, it turned on. it's showing my pant leg. Let me see if I can go through the menus and set the date, because it is not January 1st. I'm gonna read the instructions. It's crazy, but I'm gonna do it. All right, I worked out how to get to everything. To get to the menus, you press the menu button long, and so that would be the one all the way to the left, and then that gets you into this menu. And then with the arrow buttons, you can work your way through. Oops, I hit the wrong button. But so you hold it long and it gets you into the menu, and then you can go up and down on the menu. And then when you want to go to the next menu, this is page 2 of 2, so you can go back to 1 of 3 and then back. So anyways, just read the instructions, and it's very, very easy. So I got it set up. I set the date, the time, the whole 9 yards. So I think we're good to go on that. It was very easy and intuitive once I read the instructions. All right, so I put it up here, and so it wouldn't get in my way, and I can still see it somewhat. I'm not like watching it while I'm driving. But the other important thing that I did is I hooked up the rear view camera, and that direction is up. So now I know which direction I need to mount it. So that was the whole point to all this, but now I got it set up. I got it stuck to the windshield, and now I'm ready to install this towards the back. In the package, it came with some two-sided tape foam, and I'm going to use that to stick it right underneath the rear center mounted brake light. So I'm gonna run it through there, up along there, and be out of sight. So that's the plan. I'll show you when I get done. All right, I got a lot of cords right here, but we'll get that fixed up. But as you can see, I got the front and the rear working. It's recording. In the back, the only thing you can see is one piece. I got the rest of the cord all up in the headliner and the seals, so we're good. The only thing I did not run permanently is the power, but that'll work. It won't affect me. It won't cause me any issues. So there you go. All right, well, there is the relatively easy install of my new dash cam. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to go check it out at my Amazon store. And if you do, I'd really appreciate it. It helps me continue doing these little projects and paying for the big project of the Mustang. So any help you can would be greatly appreciated. And I want to thank everybody also for helping me get over the 5,000 subscriber count. It only took me about almost 4 years. So, you know, if you're just starting out, you just got to stick with it, and it'll come to you eventually. So anyways, thank you very much for helping. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Thank you very much, and have a great day.